What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ryan, and this is the Thunder Channel on Nootropics and Biohacking. Thanks so much for being with me. Listen, everything we put out on this channel is brought to you by a couple products. There are some amazing specials on nootropic and biohacking products that I want to run through. Here they are. Number one, still 30% off everything at the website if you just use the coupon code 30. Couldn't make it any easier. 30% off pretty much most things with the exception of the Nootropics Masterclass, which is on a super discount, which I'll get to, and the bigger consults. That includes the Cortex stack, 30% off, livecortex.com, coupon code 30. I think it takes the price down like 27, 28 bucks for a bottle. A better option for the Cortex stack is the Cortex double stack. That's 2 bottles of Cortex for $24 each. You get a package of 2, but they're 24 bucks each. Find the double stack, livecortex.com. No coupon codes needed there. I will say though, we are just about to run out of Cortex, so do it as soon as you can, and it might be out of stock by the time you get to it. But we got more coming in somewhere around the 17th of July. Major thing I want to get across to you folks is that the Nootropics Masterclass is 55 bucks right now. And to give you an idea, it is 119 bucks normally. I took it all the way down to 55 bucks because we're creating the Nootropics God Course, which is basically a decade into taking nootropics and kind of just, no frills, no bullshit, super definitive way to really get benefits from nootropics. But it assumes you already are at the perhaps 5 or 6 year mark. Anyway, Nootropics Masterclass takes you to the 6-year mark in using nootropics. 55 bucks right now. Video course of me. Do it at livecortex.com. Guys, I need to raise tests. Viking Testosterone Protocol. That's also 30% off right now using the coupon code 30. And then last couple things. Again, if you're new to nootropics, we always say this, you have to start with Nootropics Ground Zero. That's if you're brand new. Get that video course to save you a lot of time and money. And if you need my help large scale on cognitive performance enhancement, energy baseline enhancement, really just making you the best version of yourself cognitively, supercharging mental performance, get either the 1 month, the 3.5 month, or the 6 month intensive. Those are nootropics consults. The 3.5 month and the 6 month also apply to hardcore issues like PSSD. If there's any question whether or not those apply to your situation, please email me, ryan@livecortex.com. So I'd like to talk about self-hypnosis. I'm gonna get a little woo-woo for some of you folks that are like, I don't know, not into it or something, but I want to explain the power of it and then just sort of try to explain my position on why it works and what's happening kind of in the unconscious processes of the human brain. So first I want to say that, as you guys know, watching this channel for 5 years now, those of you that have been with me since the channel started, I'm a very practical person, and I think that that's the approach that you should take when you're dealing with neurochemistry modifications, right? You've got to, and that is infused into the stack logic and the stack recommendations that come from Cortex Labs and me, because it's a very scientific thing, formulating that stacks and then targeting brain chemistry. You have to know which neurotransmitters to target, whether it's one or multiple, and dosing has to be approached very practically. Okay, that said, what got me into nootropics in the beginning was a long stint of meditation post my tour in Iraq with the United States Army, and coming back anxious and getting into meditation. That changed my brain pretty profoundly in a short period. Not surprising for those of you that meditate, because you know the power of it, which led me into, okay, what other compounds can do this? Initially it was like kind of herbal compounds, theanine, things of this nature, and then bringing in nootropics. Well, can I make my brain perform better? Okay, so it actually started, all of this started from a contemplative exercise, which self-hypnosis kind of is too, meditation definitely is. Okay, all that out of the way. I know that some of you guys are like, dude, get to the point. Okay, getting to the point. Self-hypnosis, which is really you creating a voice in your head for your unconscious to follow, is one of the most powerful strategies for reducing anxiety and for programming the brain. Okay, the brain is programmed no matter what you do. Most folks don't recognize that their brains are being programmed by the press, by everybody around them, by their friend circle, and by content, like by media. Their parents, like people in their college, like your brain is just going to be programmed. If you're not conscious of that process, you're sort of like this computer that's being fed code, and some of it could be malicious code, like like Trojan horses or viruses or something, and you are at the mercy of it unless you're aware of it. So you have to be aware of it. There's so much here. I mean, that's why being an entrepreneur and a person that's trying to stay positive always, I read success books, and I, like those of you that are business people, I know you've read Napoleon Hill books and things of that nature. So you've got to program your brain. Self-hypnosis is a way to do that. It's a way to tell yourself, it's a way to give yourself instructions in the ensuing 5 hours after you do it on how your brain should respond to stress, what your baseline state should be, and another example to stay positive. So I actually want to run through a very specific example, a demonstration of it for what I do and what helps me amazingly. Okay, so let's take a situation in which you are extremely stressed out about something. You've got some hardcore anxiety about something. Not a chemical underpinning derangement of GABA glutamate or cortisol adrenaline, but an unfounded anxiety about something that might be happening in the future. Say you've got a speech or something to give in front of 100 people and you're really, really anxious about it, or something else that's happening in your life. What I would do, and what I do in situations like that, other situations where I might have anxiety, is I'll literally close my eyes and start a dialogue in my voice. And the dialogue will go something like this. Okay, Ryan, as you listen to my voice, and it's your own voice, you're saying this in your head. First of all, that gets your attention, starts you on the focus pattern. And as I continue to talk, your body is going to get extremely relaxed. Okay, you're telling yourself this, you're giving the unconscious instruction. And as I continue speaking to you, the slower I get now, using the word now is critical, you're giving your brain instructions, the more calm you're going to become. And when I say the word go, you are going to notice I'm slowing it down. I already gave it the instruction to get more relaxed as I slow down. When I say the word go, you are going to release all of the pent-up anxiety that you have in your shoulders, in your chest, in your stomach, and in your neck. And then I'll just sort of keep talking. If it's about something stress related, today, as you go to give that speech, you are going to be extremely measured and calm. It's already happening. See the outcome of giving the speech and you being verbally fluent and effective at getting your message across. You are helping people. At the time you do the speech, you will be extremely calm, right? Saying things like you're programming the brain. And then literally, at that point, your unconscious is taking the cues. It is listening to the internal voice you're creating. Because in the end, besides outside programming, you have the control and the ability to program your own brain with instruction, and it wants to listen to no one more than you, your own voice telling you. I'll end it like in saying this or demonstrating this, usually at the end. I literally do, because now you're programmed and primed to fully relax when you say the word go. I'll literally go, okay, all of that said, and as I continue to slow my voice, you're going to continue to fully relax and feel happy and positive and good in your body. As I say the word go, you will have a very rapid descent into removing anxiety, being happy and positive, and feeling totally amazing. And then I'll literally go, go. And the most interesting thing happens when I do that, and would likely happen if you attempted to do that. You've given yourself so much instruction. You've already calmed the nervous system down by just a soft, slow voice. But you've given yourself the instruction and the buildup that you're going to completely relax at the time that the word go comes. And something really interesting happens when that happens. It's like an uncontrollable, because it's really hard to consciously control it unless you try to sabotage yourself, but it's an uncontrollable listening response. The unconscious actually listens. And when you do that, it's like you actually do chill the hell out and relax and stay calm. It's an amazing thing. The most useful thing I think about self-hypnosis is throughout the rest of the day, as you might feel anxiety coming on or something that you don't like neurologically coming on, really just thoughts that are invasive or whatever. Not that you can completely control it, but the brain remembered what you told it. The brain remembers, the unconscious remembers that you gave it instruction to chill out. So the next time that you have a particularly stressful feeling coming on, your first route mentally is not and should not be to be anxious about something. Your first route is you're gonna remember what you told yourself to do, okay? And it's the most awesome thing if you can get used to doing it. So I would suggest people try sort of that strategy that I demonstrated and see if it works, because it should. And if it's something that you continue to do and get better at, there's just a large degree of unconscious daily programming that you can put into your brain yourself to keep your brain on a particularly measured track throughout the day. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Thanks so much for watching. Self-hypnosis is extremely powerful. This is not some woo-woo shit. You're really just talking about programming the unconscious brain, and if you don't do that, it's gonna be programmed by everything else but you. So don't you want control of it? You should want control of it. Yeah, man, give it a try. Get into it. It's the most powerful thing. I use it frequently to get a background measured state of my brain in the trajectory that I want it to be in reaction to things that are happening in my life, and it's super useful. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Remember, everything at livecortex.com on sale, 30% off using the coupon code 30, with the exception of the bigger consults. That is the Cortex stack right now, 30% off. Better deals, the Cortex double stack gets you 2 bottles in a package. They're 24 hours each in that package. Cheapest it's ever been, cheapest it'll ever be. But fair warning, there is not much Cortex left at the Cortex Lab offices, so we will run out pretty soon. Okay, so it'll be out of stock like probably this week sometime. So go do it right now. Otherwise, stock's coming in 17th or 18th of July. So keep open for that. Look, Nootropics Masterclass is $55 right now. This is a program. It's a video course of me. It's about an hour and 12 minutes showing you how to get the kind of results that people that have been taking nootropics for 6 years get, how to stack at that time, how to adjust, how to formulate stacks for certain states, inducing mental energy on cue, inducing motivation on cue, inducing memory on cue, inducing verbal fluency on cue. It's all in that course, Nootropics Masterclass. Right now, $55, no coupon codes, normally $119. LiveCortex.com. Viking test protocol, go get it if you're going to want to raise test. If you're new to nootropics, Nootropics Ground Zero is where you have to start. Another video course teaches you from the ground up to the 3-year mark. And then again, if you need my help on large scale brain performance enhancement to make a mentally optimized you for the business that you have to get done, either the 1-month intensive, the 3.5-month intensive, or the 6-month intensive, depending on what you need to get done and how long you want to work with me and what your budget is. The 3.5-month and the 6-month also apply to hardcore issues like PSSD. Any questions about whether or not your situation applies to any of those larger consults, Ryan@livecortex.com. Email me. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Talk to you next time.